streaming live, tackling the topics everyone's talking about online. Share, engage, interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Hey, good Friday to you. Welcome into the one day a week that has a better feeling than them all. Am I right? In fact, right now on Twitter, Friday feeling is one of the top trends. So I'm going to give you a treat. Let's jump over into our audio booth and see what kind of feeling our DJ has for us today via music. Josh, spin something for us.
You know I'm always feeling some Backstreet Boys, so.
Yeah, I like it. We can have a Friday dance party right now on Newsfeed Now. Oh, well, our producer is an in-syncer. Is that the right way to say that? Is it an in-sync or are you in-sunk?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. My first concert was NSYNC and Smash Mouth. So.
Well, okay. That's okay. We will Backstreet Boys into this one. But it's not the number one trending topic right now. In fact, this just broke. If we can jump over here to my Twitter page, you can always follow me at Aaron Nolan News. Right now, trending is Spidey. And the reason why Spidey is trending is because Sony and Spider-Man have come to an agreement that Spider-Man's going to stay in the MCU. What that means is you're getting a brand new Spider-Man film, and it is exactly what everyone wanted. Marvel Studios will produce the third Spider-Man movie. That's good news for all you comic book fans and really anybody who likes a good superhero movie. All right, so if you're new to our little show, it's a non-newsy newscast that's not on your news channel, but rather on the web. We've got 4 stories that are sure to grab your attention. And we're starting with football because football grabs everybody's attention. In fact, on a Finally Friday, there's no bigger king than football. High schools around the South, they're going to be flocking to stadiums and under lights to watch it all. This morning in Northwest Arkansas, one coach may have a leg up on his competition because a former coach gave plays away. I'm floored by this one. But in a text message, it appears that one coach is sending information to his former rival. Take a look at the print-offs of these text messages. The message is found on a school-owned iPad, and it shows information on everything from signals, hand signals, to routes receivers will run, plays, even players on the team. Randy Barnhill resigned on Wednesday, according to his school. We reached out to the Arkansas Activities Association. They kind of manage sports in the state of Arkansas. It is aware of this incident, and it does not believe that this violated any rules from the handbook. As for the coach who got that information, Brian Hudson, he's still employed at his school district. Let's go live to Northwest Arkansas right now. Bring in Kelly O'Neill. Kelly, I saw this on your Twitter yesterday afternoon, and I got to be honest. You know, sometimes the whole saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. This, to me, seems like it goes a little bit further, especially when we're talking about high school students.
Right. I mean, if you read the messages, it goes really far. And, you know, if I was a parent or if I was a player on this team, I would be really upset. I mean, he gives away lots of information. It seems like these guys are friends, but, you know, he was actually a former coach. It's Randy Barnhill. He was a former coach, but he was released from the team. Now he was a dean of students. So he knew information about the football team, but he wasn't actually a coach anymore. So for him to leak that first, because he leaked it even though he just knew the plays were the same. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I definitely think it is crazy. Unfortunately, your phone's breaking up, Kelly, so we're going to have to cut you loose. But it's mind-blowing to me, and I'm reading from Kelly O'Neill's Twitter page. I encourage you to follow her to get more information on this. But this is like exact plays and the players, and this could really affect the play. Kelly is still here. Kelly, let's try one more time. I want to ask you about the Arkansas Activities Association. How does that entity not believe that this is a violation of just good sportsmanship at the end of the day?
Right. I did ask them that. I was like, how does this not violate anything with cheating or, you know, sportsmanship? And they said there's nothing that goes, you know, this guy was essentially cheating, but using his own team. So for them, it's territory. They're kind of.
All right, Kelly, we're losing you there, so we're going to cut you loose. Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time. But, you know, I guess I can kind of see it this way, because each team can get video of an opposing team, so maybe that's the thought of this association, this activities association, but it seems like it crosses a line. I'd be interested to see what everybody out there thinks. Make sure you tweet me. It is at Aaron Nolan News. But again, There's no denying what's happening here. Coaches are leaking information. Next story today, a campaign promised to build a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. It's been a hot topic for the first 3 years of Donald Trump's presidency. From funding to construction, from the Senate to the House, the chatter continues. That's why we've seen a team of our own to cover each mile of the border from California through Texas. It's been a 10-day journey covering more than 1,000 miles. Anna Warnicki, though, has a very interesting story on a historic city that once saw Pancho Villa kill U.S. soldiers. Now, though, that city is a port of entry. Anna.
Right off Highway 9 in New Mexico is the small border town of Columbus. And one of the first faces to greet you is Irma.
Come on, follow me.
Irma Gonzalez has lived in Columbus for 30 years. She's the owner, operator, and head chef at Irma's. She says most of her customers are tourists.
The tourists, they do talk about Pancho Villa.
Mexican revolutionary leader Pancho Villa invaded Columbus in 1916. 18 Americans were killed in the raid. But now, over 100 years later, Irma says people on both sides of the border consider him a hero.
Because he's the only one that crossed the United States.
And just down the street at the Los Milagros Hotel, pictures of Pancho Villa cover the wall.
No one knows for sure why he raided. There's about 5 or 6 theories out there.
Philip Skinner owns the hotel. He says once a year Columbus celebrates the Battle of Columbus with their neighbors across the border.
Palomas has a party for them, a dinner, and then those riders cross the border the next day. They get special permission to cross, and they ride up here, and there's a switching of flags.
Columbus sits 3 miles from the border. You can't actually see the fence from in town where I am right now, and residents say they don't really talk about the wall much either.
We don't talk about Trump. We don't talk about immigration.
Skinner says his biggest concern is the border shutting down.
Well, that would put me out of business, so that gets me, the blood pressure up a little bit.
For BorderReport.com, I'm Anna Warnicki.
Anna, thanks. Let's bring in Steffi Lee, a producer on this project. Steffi, another day, another mile, if you will. You guys are covering quite the terrain there. What's going on today as you guys continue to report? And again, I want to point out all of the information that you guys are putting out is going to be available right here on this website. But what are y'all covering today?
Yeah, so we are at Wright Ranch in Presidio County. I am here with the Border Report team, and earlier Anna Warnicki and our photographer Ozzy Carr went up on this helicopter and got a tour of the river and saw the close proximity of the Wright Ranch to Mexico. And Rancher Jim White has electronic border up, so we were taking a look at that. Anna's been talking to him. He's kind of given us some insight about all the security cameras that he's installed here and kind of the protections that he's put in place.
Steffi, as you traveled, I'm kind of curious as to the route you're traveling. Are there roads that go exactly next to the border? Are you having to go maybe down some dirt roads or onto some private property to get to the border?
We've kind of done both. Like earlier today, and I'll flip around the camera, here's Chris Berg here in the front seat. Earlier today, we've been going along a lot of dirt roads here, and we ran into some friends along the way. Kind of talk to us a little bit about that, Chris.
Our border checkpoint. Yeah, they were pretty shocked to see our vehicle. They asked a bunch of questions. We did a Facebook Live as we went through the border checkpoint last night on Interstate 10. They first thought we were trying to sell all this equipment in Mexico, until we convinced them that we were actually part of a broadcast organization documenting the length of the border from San Diego to Brownsville. Pretty interesting. Once they learned that, they were happy to talk to us about what was going on and asking more questions about our trip and how it was.
How have the border agents been, guys?
Excellent. Like anyone, you're always a little leery about what you don't know. So when you pull up with this monstrosity of a vehicle, they wonder, where's it coming from, and how's it getting here, and who's inside. But once you explain it to them, they've been very gregarious, generous, and just good guys who are just doing a job.
Steffi, what's on the agenda for the rest of the day?
So for the rest of the day, Anna Warnicki right now is actually in the process of shooting her stand-up to talk about the electronic border, and that will be the stories that will air tonight across Next Star Nation. And later on, our team will be driving to Alpine. Sandra and Julian are working on 2 separate stories, kind of getting up close and doing ride-alongs with patrol agents.
Wow.
Julian, from my understanding, is also going up on a helicopter tour with the Air and Marine operation. So we'll bring you that story on borderreport.com as well. So we have a lot in the works. We'll be driving to Alpine tonight, and we will have a Facebook Live from 8 to 9 p.m. Central Time.
Steffi, one thing that you just brought up, and I'm sure that you guys are noticing this where you're at, is it seems like that this is just not a border that affects one type of person. You know, you're bringing up ranchers, you're bringing up, patrolmen, you're bringing up so many different factors and people who are affected by that border, both into Mexico and into the United States.
Yeah, I mean, it applies to everyone. People all live here, and right now we're here talking to Jim White, and his family's been here for generations, and that's just one aspect of it. There are people who live in communities outside of this ranch who are also affected. Yesterday, we were in Columbus, and there was a hotel owner who also doubles as a bus driver, and so he sees 2 perspectives. And so there are a lot of differing perspectives, different elements of the lives that are here, and we're hoping to bring you that perspective.
I think you guys are doing a fantastic job. Steffi, Chris Berg, thank you so much. Appreciate you taking the time here on Newsfeed. Now, that will continue. All of those stories are available, digital extras that you can only find on this website, also available as we continue to look at what's happening on the southern border of the United States. All right, so fast food, it's a part of our daily lives. We drive through for burgers and fries and, of course, the Diet Coke, because, after all, we're watching our figure. But Aaron Sullivan has a story about a normal day at KFC that became an opportunity of a lifetime. This story coming to you from Southwest Missouri. Aaron.
Shane McKinney has had a lot of experiences over the 3 years he's worked at Neosho's Kentucky Fried Chicken. But he couldn't have imagined what would greet him when he walked through the doors on Tuesday.
I had to come in at work at 9, and I got a big surprise.
Welcomed by a cake, decorations, and a bunch of gear from his favorite NFL team, the Vikings.
My dad's a Vikings fan, so I've just been in love with the Vikings.
He was nominated by his general manager, who happens to be his wife, for an employee wish-granting initiative, and was selected and surprised with an all-expense-paid trip to a Vikings game.
He tries hard at everything, so I wanted to try to help get him something.
Serving the public, food, friendliness, it is a very, very tough job. And it's just great to see them be rewarded.
But it wasn't just hard work that got Shane selected.
He's been through a lot of stuff in his life.
From getting injured at his previous job to losing his infant daughter to SIDS.
My daughter passed away at 6 months old.
And taking care of his father.
He fell off the back of the semi and broke his back, so he's been disabled for months of my life.
So they'd never been able to fulfill their dream of going to a Vikings game together until now.
My dad really wants to go. It'll be an awesome experience.
It's a memory they'll have forever.
They both had a good guess at how his dad would react to the news.
He'll probably cry.
It's probably going to make him cry.
And when he got the news,
we get to go to the Vikings game.
Okay. Wow.
Now Shane just has one final wish.
I hope they win for my dad.
All right, Aaron joins us now from Joplin. They better win, right? I mean, they don't got a choice.
Absolutely, I agree.
All right, so who are they playing? That's my first question.
So I actually think that they just gave them the money so they could coordinate it around his schedule. Since his dad is disabled, it's a bit tough, but they're going to make all the accommodations for them and let them pick whatever game they want to go to, which is really cool.
What was that emotion like in the room when all of this happened and the realization that maybe you're getting something that you didn't think was going to happen because you're doing your job every day?
I mean, I think Shane became a little kid for a minute there. I mean, something he really thought never would happen for him and his dad, and never thought was possible financially, physically. Now this whole organization is going to come help him make it happen. I mean, it was touching. I was honored to witness it, to be honest.
Does it make you want to do your job every day more? Because at the end of the day, this guy is just doing what he gets paid to do, right? He's not doing it for the fanfare. He's not doing it for the Minnesota Vikings. He's doing it just to do his job.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, absolutely. I mean, it sounds cliche, but stories are like this are why I do my job. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. This guy he was so shy, he didn't even know how to take this kind of thing. These people going out of their way to do something kind for him. And I was just so happy to be there and capture it. It was great. I loved it.
I'm going to encourage you on this Finally Friday to pay it forward.
Absolutely. I'm going to go get in the Starbucks line.
There you go.
The car behind me and try to get the ball rolling.
I like it. Good stuff. Thank you so much. Appreciate you taking the time. All right. Finally, it's Friday. We talk about this a lot, but we also like to have fun with our Finally Friday story of the week. Trash Panda. Steve, you know what a trash panda is?
No.
You don't know what a trash... It's a nickname for raccoons. Sure, they look cute. Some would consider a snuggle. In fact, I like to keep a little panda close to me every day. This is actually our producer, Matt Souls. It's a beaver, not a raccoon, but it works for the story. But most of us keep our distance from raccoons, except for Nathan Myers out of Bryant, Arkansas. He's befriended a baby raccoon. In fact, he's named him Simon. This story was huge on our website in Arkansas. There's Simon. Nathan says they do pretty much everything together, from playing outside to watching TV. What more can you ask for in a friend, right?
Because I've had him when he was a baby, he's very social, and sometimes he would just sit on my lap for 3 hours and kind of hug my arm, and sometimes he cannot be still. He's kind of in the middle right now.
All right, so here's the deal. In certain states, it's illegal to have a raccoon as a pet, but in Arkansas, funny fact for you, Steve, you can have up to 6 raccoons as pets.
Really?
How many raccoons do you have as a pet?
I have none.
3. He's got 3. He's got 3. This, according to the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Michael Esparza met this dynamic duo, joins us now. Michael, which duo is better, Batman and Robin or Nathan and Simon? So he's literally not going to talk. Hold on. Don't take it off. If we're now playing an edition of The Masked Singer, you A, have to sing, and then B, I have to guess who you are. So let's hear you sing.
Sing. I'm not very good at singing.
Okay, that's Michael Esparza. Michael, tell me about the story, buddy.
What's going on? All right, so yeah, Trash Panda. This guy out of Bryant, college student, really cool. His family has been rehabbing raccoons, deers, everything since he was a kid. So he's always been around them, he said. And this was just his opportunity that they took in this raccoon. And this specific one, out of the 3 they rescued, just didn't want to go. He was very friendly, and so he's raising the baby.
Let's ask the obvious questions. Can you potty train a raccoon? Can you house train it?
I don't know. This raccoon was pretty clean. I mean, the house smelled wonderful. I did sniff around. The house smelled wonderful. He had it perfectly clean. Had his little area.
Wait a minute. So you sniffed around the dude's house before or after you did the story?
During.
Okay. All right. Now, did you hold the raccoon?
I did not.
Why?
Because I didn't want to risk getting bit and not.
You just said he was tame. You just said he was friendly.
Yeah, but sometimes I just don't want to risk it. Just got very close to my camera, and the raccoon sniffed the camera, and that's as close as I'll get to raccoon.
Admit it, you were scared.
What?
Admit it, Michael. Admit it.
You know what? I'm going to put this back on.
Hey, wait a minute. Are you surprised this story became as big as it did? I mean, the stories you do are fantastic. They're featurey stories. They're fun stories. But this one seems like it's just one of those cute ones, and then all of a sudden it explodes into something that's much more.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing about it was the fact that Arkansas allows people to have 6 raccoons, and that's kind of what I think got everybody.
All right, so here, you want to catch my raccoon? We're throwing it across the room.
Here we go.
Good catch. Yeah. All right, so now you can actually say that you've held a raccoon since you wouldn't do it on a story. Let me be clear with you, Michael.
Bucket list.
You should have done that. You should have played with the raccoon and gotten yourself on video doing so.
I might keep this one. Tell Matt.
Okay. Hey, I can give away things that aren't mine. That is our show here on Newsfeed Now. Josh, you have us one final song to dance our way out. Remember, Steve behind the
always got you, dog.
I know you do. Steve behind the camera is our perfected dancer. This guy once was going to go on tour with Belle Biv DeVoe. Is that right?
No.
No. Who was it?
Run DMC.
Run DMC. He was going to go on tour with Run DMC to backup dance, and instead he chose to come here and do TV that's turned into this show. Steve, thank you. We're tearing out our hearts here. Have a great weekend. Are you going to...